Welcome to another Sunday night slab down. And as always, I am your host, Y290, because YouTube is 90. And as always, I got my brother from another mother to bring the hot commentary to you guys on the Sunday night slab down. And that is my brother, the Macho Head, AT4.
The cream of the crop of the YouTube content. We're getting ready for the madness. Couple combatants ready to bloody up their knuckles. Yeah, can't wait.
Yeah. 84, as always, it's a pleasure being clicked up in here with you, brother. And before we get to the two contestants in the floating heads theme matchup, we got the color analyst and no other than the Heartbreak Kid himself, Jeffrey Comic-Con Henson. What is going on, Jeff?
What is going on, guys? Thanks for having me here tonight. Looking forward to this battle we got going on tonight. Just going to hope that I can keep myself out of the ring and interfering from these two guys.
As we all know, Jeff is still chomping on the bit to get to his opponent, which is what I got issues.
Issues stereo.
So we got issues stereos and a bloody cover matchup against the Heartbreak Kid, and he's chomping at the bit to get to his matchup, and we'll eventually get to that matchup. But before we get there, we got to get to tonight's matchup, which is the floating heads matchup between Big Papa Runk and Mr. Garrell. And first up, we have Big Papa Runk.
I'm the big bad backside daddy. Holla if you hear me.
Ooh, Runk's ready to go, as we all see. And Runk is getting ready to face up against Mr. Garrell.
Hey, yo, the red and black attack. Come down, lay the smackdown on that black and white pansy stuff. Gonna do this. What is this guy's name? D Chump. Let's get this going.
Chico, what's up, Chico? Good to see you. Original Click member we got right here.
And it looks like we're in for a battle of the ages, as Mr. Garrell is representing the black and red going up against the black and white brand. This should be one hell of a matchup. 84, what you think about that entrance?
Oh, I am just delighted with Mr. Garrell's intro and his presence right now. Tremendous. I'm speechless. I'm very excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one. Clicked out right here.
Super clicked out, as we all see. So, for those of you joining us in the chat, we got a real quick shout you guys out. Immortal Biggie Shack, Comic Books NYC. What is going on? Barbarian Kung Fu. We also have JD up in the building. Outcast Raptor. What is going on, guys? We appreciate you being here. We have Jeff Comics 813. Stay Puff up in the building. Thank you guys for being part of the Sunday night slab down. We also have Goat 99 up in here. We're trying to give Jeff a night off because he's always shouting out Chaz. So,
hey,
Jeff, don't worry, brother.
So,
thank you guys for being here. And for those of you that are joining us for the first time, we have a matchup of floating heads covers. We got 5 rounds. That's right, 5 rounds of floating heads where we're going to have Mr. Garrell and Dee Runk, and 84 will give us the coin flip when he's ready to see who will be going first. But pretty much you, the chat, will decide who will win each round. And by the time we get to the 5th round, we should have a winner of the match that will be going on to the 2nd round of the Slab Down tournament. So we have rebuttal rounds. We have everything. You just be ready, guys. These guys are going to be bringing the heat. Be ready. Have your cameras on so you can record your reactions and send them to us, because we should have people's reactions to this show, because I love this show, man. That would be pretty awesome, right? So 84, The honor is all yours when you want to go
Okay.
ahead and flip that coin, man. And
I
I want to say,
connected to my other router, so I hope my connection's a little cleaner than it was earlier.
it looks a little better. We're gonna throw yeah, we'll throw it looks better right there. We'll throw you up.
Good.
So
Macho's always got his coin purse with him. Yeah. So got my quarter right here. Oh, who's gonna call it?
I call heads.
Jeff, who calls it? Jeff chooses who calls it in the air.
I heard Dee Runk with heads. Let's just roll with that.
All right, so Dee Runk with heads. That's
Wait, I put it on my palm, but it's all right. You can still flip the coin that way. It's heads.
The black and white home field advantage coming through again.
Chico does not look phased. Chico does not look phased.
I ain't so
Is
scared.
it up to me who goes first? Or
I'm not scared of no D chump, Chico.
so Dee Runk, it's your call. Do you want to go first in the first round, or do you want Mr. Garrell to have the honors?
let the bad guy go first. Mr. Garrell, going first.
You're going to follow the bad guy.
Let's see what we got here. We got some floating head.
All right. So what I got for you is Star Wars floating head right out the bat. You got the Luke and Chewbacca and, you know, the princess and all that, Chico. You can't do Star Wars.
Yeah, you got Skeletor floating in the middle. You got a He-Man Star Wars crossover. Like, that's
The wheel
golden right there.
of death. Come on, Chico. This
Yeah.
is a beautiful thing.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
That's for you, Chico.
Oh, yeah, the Star Wars.
Okay. There's your minute. We want to be impartial and let the combatants have their own minute, Jeffrey. But his minute up. Boom.
We'll get the color analysis commentating once the rounds are appropriately.
Once DX gets in the stream, you never know what's going to happen. They break all the rules.
They're just causing all the chaos, just ruining everything that we got going on this prestigious brand we like to call the Slab down over here, 84. You know?
He's good. He just got excited.
No,
We've already had our first run in. This is crap.
yeah. It seemed we might have our first run in the Slab down tournament. Well, we got 84 here to break it up. So thank God 84 is here. So Mr. Garrell with the fire Star Wars floating head. And can I ask what Star Wars number is that, Mr. G?
It's Star Wars number 19. Chico.
Star Wars number 19 floating heads. You got right there. So Dee Runk, you're on the clock, baby. Let's go.
All right. So floating head cover. We're going to go in a literal sense. We've got Immortal Hulk, number 8, with the Hulk's head literally floating in a mason jar. Alex Ross cover. Hottest story out right now. Immortal Hulk. That's what we got. It's floating. Like literally.
All right.
Boom.
Dee Runk's first buck. Immortal Hulk. Issue number 8. Floating Hulk in a jar.
There it is.
Oh, yeah.
See, we didn't have a run in there from Jeffrey, but now I'm sure he's torn, and I'm sure he's happy he's not able to vote in this round, because I can tell you I'm torn in this round, because anyone that follows the 90MF Comics channel knows I love me some Hulk. I love me some Star Wars. And 84, I don't know which way this round's going. I still know we have rebuttals, but can you see anyone has the edge so far in this round?
I wouldn't say the edge. You know, some could say Garrell has a razor's edge, but I wouldn't go that far just yet. I want to see the rebuttals. Floating head, I think that's a very clever use of floating head with Dee Runk.
For sure.
So, yeah, interesting. I'm curious to see how these guys rebut these books, man.
Well, my only thought is the Hulk has got 1 floating head. The Star Wars one had like 5. So does that make it like 5 times better?
Exactly.
Well, that's up to the chat to decide, Jeff, not you or I, my friend. That is up to the chat to decide what they want. But before the chat can decide, we still have rebuttals to get to. So we got Mr. G up first. His 30 seconds, 84. When you got the timer ready and locked in, let Mr. G know he's ready to go.
All right, man. You know, timer's on deck, and It's on you, Garrell.
All right. Hey, yo. Look, I know it's so good at the math, but I think it said floating heads. And if you look, I got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Dee Runk has got 1 head, maybe. Man, I got this in the bag. Bad guy for the win again.
Boom.
Wow.
There it is. 30 seconds.
Came in clean on his 30 seconds. All right. Now, Dee Runk, you're on the clock. Your rebuttal time is ready to go when you get the signal from 84.
On you, D.
Immortal Hulk number 8. The better comic book, the better story, the better cover, the better artist, the better everything. Dee Runk, the better combatant, the better man. Holla if you hear me. Choking up over here.
I got him up, yo.
As Dee Runk takes his sip of beer. Gotta love that. All right. Well, that was our rebuttal rounds. Now, 84. This is where you gotta really go to work, my friend. And I appreciate you doing this. But when you're ready to go, you let the chat know when they can go ahead with their votes. And remember, anything that is not a vote will be deleted immediately so we can keep the votes coming in. We want a clear winner of the first round of the Floating Heads matchup of Star Wars 19 versus Immortal Hulk issue number 8. And
That's
84,
right.
it's all
So you want to put either.
You got a live chat there, 84.
Oh, good looks. Good looks.
And
Good
that's
look.
why we got the professional, the Heartbreak Kid on here, because if there's anyone that knows how to run a show, it's the Heartbreak Kid.
So,
Every
we're on live chat.
on the hunt.
Yeah, no, well, I didn't even know about that till 84 was dealing with those issues.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Brought that
So
to
just
my
pop
attention.
in, the name of the combatant, Dee Runk or Garrell, in between these votings. And, like 90 said, if you really, for that 60 seconds, just put your vote, because other comments will get delete. Final deletion, son. Little Matt Hardy, reference there.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys got
Good
it.
stuff.
You know what I'm saying.
Mhm.
Okay, vote now.
All right, so the vote has begun, and as the votes are coming in, shout out just a couple more incredible people in the chat. We got the Hunt champion himself, JD Flair. Woo! Gotta show respect anytime the great one walks into the building. We also have Sam I Am Comics, Unruly Simeon. Thank you guys for being here. Joe 47721. Thank you, brother. This is a great turnout in the chat. Ben Compton, thank you. And Jeff, the Heartbreak Kid. If you had to choose anyone in this round, or do you think anyone has the upper hand in this round so far, Jeff? I gotta know.
Well, you always got to go with your clique members, rooting for them inside. But I mean, as far as now, it's been a good competition. It got me itching to get back out there.
Oh man, Jeff is trying to get back out, and we already know he's lined up against Issue Stereo, and he's coming with the bloody covers. Who knows when that matchup will be? So you want to make sure you're subbed up to the channel so you can find out when it goes down. I want to thank everyone for their patience tonight, because tonight I was in the middle of a family gathering as we were revealing the little 90, as it will be a boy. So excited about that. Thank you guys, as I was doing that, for your patience. Slab Down started a little later tonight, but thank you guys for being here. And you best believe next week we'll be on time at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you're here next week. And I already know when 84 is ready to go, he will let us know. And I haven't seen the end yet in the chat, so we're waiting for that. But shout out to the new cover champ in the building, Tony Sanders. He won the cover title off of me Friday night. We can discuss about those parameters, because we all still know who the real true cover champion is, because there was no cover theme. So I'll be coming back for my cover championship to Tone. You best believe it. So 84.
Still whining, Chico.
Yes. Vote is ended. Vote is tallied. And it was a close round. There's only a difference between about 3 votes. And first round went to Chico, Mr. Garrell.
Oh,
Right. So the first round went
Of course it did, Chico.
I went to Chico.
I made a comeback there. I
No.
saw a
Dang,
wave of votes for Garrell. Just I was like, oh hell.
I'm just
Yeah.
amazed you can get all that hair slicked back like that.
You have no idea how much product is in my hair.
You're killing it though. So we got one up for the black and red brand on the board. Round one going to Mr. Garrell. Floating head covers. Round number 2, we got Dee Runk up first. 84. When the clock is set, ready to go, let us know so we can let Dee Runk take the show.
Dee Runk, on your marks, get set.
go.
Slab down on you.
We've got Superman number 82. This is a chromium cover. This is the error print. That there was a mistake in the print. And as always, you got Hank Henshaw's Cyborg Superman head floating in the background. It is also autographed by your boy Dan Jurgens.
Oh, where's the ref? That's an illegal move right there.
No.
Hey,
We had another run-in.
Oh,
We're going to have to mute his mic here soon.
oh,
We got Superman number 82. This is the end of the reign of the Superman, where you get the one true Superman, the mullet Superman, was announced as the winner. Boom.
There you
All
have
right.
it.
there we have it. Dee Runk, round number 2. Superman, floating, cyborg Superman head, error print signed by Dan Jurgens. We got to make sure the commentators leave their biases to the side of the ring and no more run-ins. Dee Runk coming in with the flame. 84. When you got the clock set, ready to go, let Chico know when it's his time to roll.
It's on you, Garrell.
Hey, yo. So the Chico, he was thinking, do I go with the Lexi here? No, forget Lex Luger. I got shout out to Immortal Biggie. You see who this is. You know who the cover artist is, Chico. And again, you see the floating heads right there. The Kirby goodness for you, Chico.
oh yeah.
Kirby wins every time. That's it.
Oh yeah.
Boom.
Some
There you have
quality
it.
right there.
There
All
you have it.
There we got
Oh yeah, that's the best book I've seen in a while right there. What is that?
Oh shit. You gotta show me that later.
we got just slabs making their way, making appearances. We don't need any illegal
It's a
slabs.
secret gift
We
from
don't need any illegal slabs in here. All right, we gotta hold back the contestants. We gotta hold
These
back.
red and black DX guys are they're
We got
breaking all the rules.
budget collecting says that Kirby is fired, right? Kirby
Matchup, right? This matchup is getting off the rails, bro. We got commentators running loose. We got contestants running loose. We're gonna have to reel this in. All right. So we got the rebuttal rounds. I'm not sure which way this is swinging. Let's just hop into it. Dee Runk, you're on the clock. 84. When he's ready to go, let him know.
What do you think of that book, Dee Runk?
All I know is so far there have been 2 run-ins against me in an illegal slab. So I'm hitting you with a chair shot. I got the Dan Jurgens autograph on my book with the certificate of authenticity certified by Dee Runk Comics. So don't bleeping worry about it. Case
That's
closed.
true qualification.
Oh,
Next
Where's the
round.
refs?
whoa. Whoa.
I mean, we've already had the illegal slabs,
Is that book even real?
illegal run-ins,
Check the book.
illegal chair shots. Why not? That's what's happening right now. It seems that way. 84.
Right.
Thank God we're not getting involved in this. We're keeping our
Signature's
hands
not real
in
either.
this.
It's pandemonium in the arena. Let's kick it right over to Mr. Garrell to see what he thinks of what just took place. On you, Garrell.
Hey, yo. You might know who I am, but you don't know why I'm here. And it's to shout out the homies, like Immortal Biggie with the Kirby. I don't even know who this guy was, but you know who Kirby is, Chico. This is the only vote right here.
It's a low blow.
Boom.
Man. And those are our rebuttals. Wow. This is a heated second round, 84. This is a heated second round. I don't even. I already know the heat is steaming on Jeff. I don't even want to go over there because he's been chomping on the bit just to run into the ring. So I'm not sure which way this round's gonna go. 84. You got any ideas on this, brother?
Very interesting round. You know, we had Mr. Garrell came out strong with a Kirby book, which that does hold weight. He did, trailed off a little in the end there when he just admitted he didn't know who Kirby was. I don't know until how recently, so that may have took a little steam out of it.
I didn't know who Dee Runk was.
It was a great book, and Dee Runk came through. I'm surprised he waited until the rebuttal to bust it out. A Dee Runk Comics certified COA. First time I've ever seen that. Period. Where a man certified his own book.
It's something groundbreaking.
That an authentic Dee Runk
collecting world. It's got to be groundbreaking right there.
Low blow right there. That's
groundbreaking. So that was pretty wild. Heartbreak Kid, what do you think of this round?
Disqualifications all over. We got low blows, kicks to the groin. I mean, where are the refs at on these? That's crazy. I can hardly sit still.
All right, man. I'm gonna hop to the chat. While I do that, you can recap your thoughts there, 90. And I'm about to, in about 10 seconds, type vote now into the chat. So just a heads up, once I do that, please just pop in the names of one of these two gentlemen. Oh, and I forgot, I'll do it like a 10-second warning too before I end it. Someone suggested that last time. I think it's probably a good idea. So I am going to pop the vote start now. I'm going to put 1 minute on the timer, and let's get those votes in, baby.
Wow. Once again, I want to thank everyone for joining us on the Sunday night slab down. And so that way we can't get any more bias towards any books. I'm going to go ahead and shine the camera on everyone's favorite comic book personality, and that is Y290, because all the 90 holics showed up in the chat tonight. Thank you, Outright Comics. We got Conquistadorks up in the building. Bobby from 90MF Comics. Thank you guys for being here, and it is a beautiful night to bring you the Floating Heads matchup between Mr. Garrell and Dee Runk Comics. We have Superman versus an Avengers book. It's popping off in here. We've seen run-ins, we've seen slab shots, we've seen chair shots, we've seen certified COAs coming from the contestants themselves, something I've never seen before. This is getting crazy. I don't know which way this is gonna go. Jeff, I want to thank you once again for being here. And for all the people that don't know, Jeff,
10 seconds on the clock until I end the voting, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, so we got 10 more seconds to the vote ends. The Heartbreak Kid will be making his debut soon on the Slab Down tournament. So what are some of the things that you have been doing to prepare yourself for this tournament, Jeff?
Just getting everything ready to go. I got a stack of books. I sorted through them. I've got, I think, the top 10 that I'm got ready to rock and roll, ready to go. Weeding out some of the ones that probably I don't want to use. I'm definitely looking forward to getting back out in the ring and getting this show started, or should I say stopped.
Oh, all right. So for anyone that's in the tournament, those are the words from Jeff. He's coming for the Slab Down Championship. And
bringing the gold home where it belongs, baby.
We all know the end of this tournament will crown the first Slab Down champion, and that's why we are all here. And we want to thank the two contestants in tonight's matchup, Mr. Garrell, Big Papa Runk. Thank you once again for being here. It is a pleasure. And all I'm saying is you all are not ready for what's going to be happening in the second round. So thank you for participating in the first round, and good luck for any contestant that makes it to the second round, because as we go on in the Slab Down tournament, it's just going to get harder and harder for the contestants. It's going to become more and more fun for all the viewers, because we're just going to see more and more great books. And 84 is counting up your votes right now. I'm not sure which way this is swinging yet, but when he pops back up, he will let us know. And I'm just trying to kill time. I don't know what else I'm trying to talk about here.
Shout out to Bub's Comics in the chat. Just showed up. Good to see you, Bub.
Oh, and shout out to Bub's Comics because he had a great episode on What's Your Grail with Tony Sanders. And if you guys have not checked that out yet, make sure you go do that because it was I'll say one of the best What's Your Grail episodes. So thank you, Bubs, for being here. It is an honor you being here in the chat as well, brother. So we're clicked up in here, baby. We got the black and white brand versus the black and red brand. We got Mr. Garrell. He's holding it down with the first round win. We are not sure which way the second round is going quite yet, but both these guys are bringing the fire tonight, and we're only 2 rounds in, so we still got 3 more rounds for you guys. And as you guys can see, it must be a close one because it's taken 84 quite some time. He's trying to make sure he gets it right. He's trying to make sure that when he comes back, he's bringing us the correct winner because last week we had a couple of mistakes and we had to make sure we got them right. But he's double checking, he's counting, and there he is.
A double check. Winner of that round, Chico, Mr. Garrell.
All right.
Chico, Mr. Garrell with the second round win. We have 3 more rounds for you if it's needed because
Biggie, you voted way too late, brother. I needed that vote earlier, brother.
It could be a clean sweep. It could be a clean sweep. We're not sure yet.
This could, are we on the cusp of the first ever slab down sweep?
Oh yeah, never happened.
It has not happened yet, and it will be the first. But who knows?
That would truly be groundbreaking right there.
Hard to kick out.
I know.
We're not sure what Dee Runk is bringing yet, though. We got to hold our horses. We got to see what Big Papa Runk is bringing in the third round. But before we can see what he's bringing in the third round, we're kicking it back to Mr. G. So 84, set the clock up so that way we can get this third round on and popping. Mr. G, you're on the clock. Chico, take it away. It's on you.
Hey, yo. So the bad guy was thinking, how do you finish off this D-Chomp with another bad guy? Look at what I got here. You can't tell me this is not beautiful. I mean, do I need to do a survey? Did you come here to see the D-Chomp, or did you come here to see the NWO? One more for the bad guy.
Oh, yeah. Some classic Fantastic Four right there.
Two. Sweet.
It does look like Mr. G is trying to touch a little soft spot in every collector right there with some classic Fantastic Four. Floating heads, incredible. The red cover. But before we get too excited, we want to see what our NWO brother from the black and white brand is bringing. 84. You got the clock ready to go?
Clock's on deck, and it's on you, Mr. Dee Runk.
We've got X Factor number 6, 9.8 CGC, first full appearance of Apocalypse, one of the finest villains in all of the X-Men universe. Beautiful, beautiful copy, white pages. Easy winner on this round, guys. This is where I kick out of the razor's edge. I put Chico in the standard recliner. I sit back and relax until he goes to sleep.
Boom. Dee Runk. There you have it, 90.
Damn. All right. So we got the first official slab brought in to the third match in the third round. Dee Runk bringing out the 9.8 slab, going up against that Fantastic Four. But before we can get ahead of ourselves, we got rebuttals. The Heartbreak Kid, I want to know, what is your professional insight on the floating head cover in this round, my friend?
Oh, this is a tough round, They both got some good moves kicking out of in this round. That Fantastic Four is a classic, but then, I got to give a little bit of love to that X Factor book. I do have it sitting right here. Oh, it'd be a little nicer maybe if it was a newsstand edition, but what are you gonna do?
All right, we got little jabs from the commentary there, but it's all right. That could be another round if this contestant moves on and if Jeff wins his round. But 84, I already know. You're happy you probably don't have a vote in this one. You might be leaning one way or another, but this is a hard one. For sure.
Yeah, I mean, Garrell went with another Kirby, another multiple floating heads. I think all of his picks have been multiple floating heads. I think Dee Runk has been going with the one prominent floating head. So it depends on your preference there. A first appearance floating head from Dee Runk. I think this is the first appearance key book that we've seen into the competition. So he definitely, I don't know if this is like a Burke Nasty situation where when he was down to the wire, he pulled his last book to stay alive, because that is a big boy banger. So I'm curious to see, man, how this goes. Did we do rebuttals yet or no?
No, we have not done rebuttals. I was just wondering what your thoughts were because this is the tough round, and we're getting ready to get into rebuttals, as we all know. It's our favorite part of the slab down rounds. It's rebuttal time. Mr. G, you're up. Let's go. Your 30 seconds is on the board, and it's all yours, brother.
Hey, look, I know the Crybaby 90 is stacking the deck against the bad guy with all this black and this white, but my eyes, they must be still hurting. I only count the one head, and I thought the rules were for floating heads, Chico. I mean, everybody has that book, but look at the Kirby.
Well,
Garrell taking shots at commentary now. Now, I'm trying to keep it one-sided and no run-ins, as the black and, red brand have been multiple run-ins in this night. But it's all right. You're on the clock. 30-second rebuttal time. Let's go, brother. You're up.
Hey, brother, you stay off the commentary, and you stay off the black and white NWO, brother. Just because you have an inferior comic book doesn't mean you can take it out on our fine announced team. Floating right at you, brother. Count up these votes.
And it seems both contestants didn't need their full 30 seconds to get the rebuttals in. This is a round for the ages. And as JD Flair mentioned, this round is tough. I agree with you. And you best believe I'm crying because, once again, conspiracy victim, my cover title was taken from me. So I'm crying until I get that thing back. But we have the floating heads matchup. A Fantastic Four versus X Factor 6, Slab 9.8. 84, you got a ton of work ahead of you in this round. So when you're ready to go, you let the chat know what is going down for the voting. Anyone not putting a vote after 84 says vote, your comment will be deleted. So just remember that. Keep it to the vote once he puts vote inside the chat. So I want to thank everyone once again for being here. We got more incredible people from the community hopping in the chat. Steve Whiting, what is going on, brother? Appreciate you. We also got Burke, Family Comics at 54. What is going on, Burke? Appreciate you once again for joining us as well. Thank you guys for joining us on the third matchup on the Slab Down tournament. Jeff, you're getting ready for your bloody covers match against Issue.
I gotta tell you, it's harder than I thought. You'd be surprised going back and looking at a lot of the comic books, especially the ones that I'm into. There's not a lot of blood, especially on the covers. So I really had to do some searching and some digging, but I think I got some quality covers dug up for this. And this match, I'm ready to go. The band's tuned up. We're ready to rock and roll. So, I hope Issues bring some heat because I'm ready to drop it on him.
And it seems that every contestant has been bringing the heat in the Slab Down tournament. So
this has been a tough night tonight.
Bro, this has been a super tough night, man. And I'm just super excited to be here bringing you guys the action with my two brothers, Comic Head 84, Jeffrey Comic Con Henson. So thank those two guys for being here. I want to thank the two contestants as well for being here.
Absolutely.
This community is awesome. This would not be happening if it wasn't for you guys. So shout out to every single person making this happen, everyone in the chat, everyone on the panel, and everyone part of the Slab Down locker room, because without all of you, wouldn't be going down. So thank you once again for being here.
Everybody participating in the chat. Thank you guys.
Yeah, bro. That's honestly my favorite part about this is definitely the chat interaction and everyone being able to just vote and choose the winner. It's the best part about this show. Now, before we get to 84 with the vote, Dee Runk, how you feeling over there, brother?
Feel a little sore right now, I'm going to tell you.
Oh.
I had a couple run-ins. Was fighting. It was 2-on-1 the entire match. I think I pulled this one out. Not a problem. I know my man 84 over there knows how to count, and he might even slip me an extra vote or two if it's needed.
Gotta watch out for these refs.
So, Mr. G, you've been coming with the heat all night. How you feeling in this third round?
Hey, yo, I'm just doing what I do, Chico, waiting to get this bum out of the way so I go on to the next round.
All right.
10-second warning on the vote ending.
All right. So the vote is almost ending. And remember, guys, keep it to one vote per person. If we see multiple votes coming from the same person, we're deleting your vote. We might not even use it. You may get disqualified on your vote. So be careful for any multiple votes. I know my boy 84 will be holding that down and making sure we don't have any funny business with the voting. So I'm not sure who will be on next week's Slab Down, but stay tuned because we'll be bringing you the fourth round and match in the Slab Down tournament. So make sure you're subbed up to 90MF Comics. Hit that notification bell so that way when it goes down, you'll get the notification that we are live. And with that being said, we got the Macho Head with the verdict of round number 3.
I finished my tabulation. I'd just like to say, in spite of Dee Runk's votes, Macho Head has the utmost integrity in the voting process. Sliding votes, not on my watch. Yeah. So, with that being said, he didn't need it in this case because Dee Runk took the round. Bam.
All right. So Dee Runk is still alive. It's 2-1. Mr. Garrell, we still have 2 more rounds for you guys in the Floating Heads matchup. 84, you got any insight as we go into round 4, brother?
2-3. It's still on Dee Runk to knuckle up, and he knows that. So I'm just excited to see, him fighting with his back against the wall, brother. That's what brings the best out of a man.
Yeah, I'm waiting for him to go up for that Steinerizer and get the old Razor Edge in return. Let's see.
All right, so we'll see what happens in the 4th round, and we're kicking it back over to Big Papa Runk to kick off the 4th round. 84, let the timer get set. Dee Runk, the show and the floor is all yours.
Amazing Spider-Man 263, Floating Heads, plural, Venom, Spider-Man Carnage, drawn by Mark Bagley. Carnage, one of the hottest characters out right now. Beautiful book, classic cover. This is what we got. This is how I reclaim my spot. End my minute now, please.
So we got Big Papa Runk not even needing his full minute on his 4th round book. Great stuff coming from Runk right there. 84, when you got the clock set and ready to go so we can let Chico know it's his time to roll.
It's on you, Chico.
Like I said earlier, this whole thing is for the homies. I know you recognize this. JD, you see the book that you gave me. You see what this is. The Buscema cover for the Ric Flair homie. Again, with all the floating heads. An amazing book. You got Thor, one of the best. A famous book from a famous video and a famous YouTuber.
Yeah, for real. Anything from the champion JD Flair is good.
There it is. 1 minute from Garrell.
All right, his minute came in, and there it is. We have Thor versus Spider-Man in the 4th round. We got rebuttals coming up next. 30 seconds is on the clock. Big Papa Runk, are you ready, my friend?
I am ready.
Let the chat have it.
For technicality's sake, if you take another look at that cover, the heads aren't so much floating as they are attached to necks and beards that are covering the necks. Those heads are not floating. They're more of floating heads attached to half of a torso. Disqualification. Mark Bagley, head straight floating. You can't deny it. You can't dispute it. 2-2. Go on to that final round.
All right. Dee Runk feeling pretty confident with his rebuttal and his 4th round book. Mr. Garrell, you're on the clock. 30 seconds rebuttal. It's your time. The floor is yours.
Hey, look, he's got the silly Spider-Man book that every little kid in the world has. These here are men. They're floating. They got beards. You know what a man is? D-Chump. This is a man with a beard and good facial hair. This is the book you want, not the silly Spider-Man book that all the kids have, Chico.
Yeah.
All right. Mr. G doesn't even want his full 30 seconds for his rebuttal. He made it short, sweet, and simple. Now, I can tell you this, 84. It's not going to be that short, sweet, and simple for the chat because they have a tough 4th round to vote on. If you had... What did you think of that 4th round, man? I'm almost lost for words once again, man, because these two contestants have been going at it head-to-head tonight.
Very intense round. Dee Runk pointing out that some of those heads are attached to spines. Mr. Garrell pointing out Spider-Man's appeal to children. Very two very countering points. And 2 very electrifying books. Very tough.
Yeah. Tough round for sure.
Do you have any insight on any floating heads professional, the Heartbreak Kid?
Well, I mean, that ASM has a lot of hot characters on it right now, so that's a good one. And I know you're talking about some necks showing on the Thor book, but there's like 100 heads on the cover of it, so one neck shouldn't really matter, I don't think. But then I know you got those beards. One of those guys looks like Barbarian Kung Fu, you know, like that. How could you lose with that?
All right.
Is about to drop the voting, the vote hammer, the gavel, if you will, into the chat. So it's on you, chat, to make it happen. Just pop in the name of these combatants. I'm going to start the minute timer, and let's decide the very important round 4 of Slab Down match. Floating.
We might be going to a 5th and final round in the 4th. Well, actually, no, sorry, the 3rd matchup of the Slab Down tournament. Forgive me as I mixed up what match we're in. 84 is turning the camera off as he's getting to work. We got more beautiful people hopping in the chat. Thank you once again. I do got to shout out my MCE brother, Seth, from What's Poppin'. What's poppin', everybody? What's going on, Seth? You can find me and Seth on the MCE channel this Monday on That Geek Show. You want to make sure you're subbed up to MCE because they're bringing you everything marvelous and collectibles and entertainment from toys, statues, pops, comics. You want to make sure you're subbed up, and you want to make sure you check us out this Monday on That Geek Show, MCE. Seth, I appreciate you for being here, brother. Thank you once again to everyone else in the chat. So, Jeff, I know you've been on the hunt, and you've been taking on some crazy opponents, man. Do you have any insight on what's going to be happening on the hunt next week and who you might be going against? Because you have been double working with getting ready for your Slab Down matchup, plus on the hunt every week, man. Like, that's crazy, bro.
We got C. Woodard coming on next week, and coming off of being there with Houdat and man, JD winning the last one. I mean, I don't know how you can compete with these guys, but I get up there and I do what I can. You know what I mean? But yeah, no, the hunt is insane right now. It is.
You've been taking a brutal beating, and as we
Yeah, for sure.
you're one of the original Hunt members. You know, he's been in the game for a long time, so it's just one of those things that eventually your body can't keep up with all those slabs and crazy experiences. But
Yeah,
shout out to you, Jeff. You're the people's champ at the Hunt because you're still the only Hunt champion with no book.
That's right. Uh-huh. I'd like to see somebody dethrone me from that one.
Yeah, that'll be super hard. And 84 is still counting away. We got
The voting ended.
Oh,
the vote has ended. The vote has ended. We're getting the final tally coming very shortly. Chico, Big Papa Runk. We're not sure if we're going to the 5th and final round. 84, let the people know what is going on.
By far the most decisive vote round of the matchup. This one decisively goes to Mr. Dee Runk Comics. We're going to round 5, people.
Oh, we got a 5th and final round that will determine the winner of the 3rd match of your Slab Down tournament. Floating heads. It's going. I'm not sure if these contestants had to change up their strategies in any way tonight. I'm sure Dee Runk had to bring out that slab a little earlier than he wanted because it looked like it was going to be a rough night for Dee Runk, but he's managed to come back, and it is 2-2. Dee Runk versus Garrell. 84. You're speechless right now. I can see it. You had to take the glasses off too.
Yes, I'd take the glasses off. Loving this match right now. Seems like Mr. Garrell is staying at a very calm level this whole match. He's definitely channeling his inner Chico. So he's cool, calm, and collective, as is Dee Runk. Dee Runk never seems to really be showing the sweat. He's very stoic in that way with the chainmail. So both these guys really don't seem phased, and I'm down to see how this baby closes out, man, straight out.
Jeff, any thoughts for this 5th and final round, brother?
Nah, man, I wasn't sure it was going to get here, but now that we're here, let's get into it and see how this thing plays out.
Ooh, I like it. All right. So it's the 5th and final round. Floating heads covers Big Papa Runk versus Chino Garrell as he's bringing the heat. The NWO, white versus black, red versus black. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore because this freaking round has been crazy. 84. Is the timer up?
Timer's up. Who's it on first?
It's back to Mr. Garrell. I know the order for sure.
On you, Chico.
All right, hey, yo, listen. I know you people are trying to go against the bad guy. You got all your friends in there, but I ain't no scared because I still got an amazing book here from Buscema again. No necks this time, Chico. No beards, just X-Men greatness. You see this, Chico? Don't run and hide, Big Papa Chomp. To see this, go ahead and just bow out now. Nobody's going to be mad at you. Just say the bad guy took another one again.
Yeah, it's a great cover right there. Great cover.
Minute is right there. All right. Once again, Mr. G.
Early X-Men right there.
The soft spots in everyone's hearts, bringing out some classic X-Men.
Yeah, Barbarian, I know. Not a spine tick on that thing. It's a black cover, so you see any damage, Like
that was a beautiful cover, and that always looks great in Mylar, definitely. So, 84. Is the clock ready to go for Big Papa Runk?
Sure is, Runk. What you got, D?
All right, books do look good in Mylar. They look even better in a slab. You got first appearance, Poison Ivy, with Jealousy and Envy, Batman and Robin floating over, staring at her.
I see next. What's the deal here?
Brother.
Hold up. Hold up.
That's the third run-in. We will have no more of that tonight.
Oh, fuck.
Boom. First appearance, Poison Ivy. CDC 5.5. Then cream to off-white pages. Cream never tasted so good.
And once again, Big Papa Runk bringing out the slab in the 5th and final round. We still have rebuttals. I can just see it on 84's face. He doesn't even have anything to say. And I know Jeff just wants to see the rebuttals. So 30 seconds is on the clock. Mr. G, it's on you.
Again, I that's a nice book and all, but like that's clearly not Floating Heads. So should I just start putting up any books I want? There's a head here, but he's covered up by something. There's some heads here, but they got cars. Yeah, you got nice books, Chico, but I thought we were following the rules. I see no floating heads. Which book do you like me to put up? We just get all the books. It's set up from the beginning. Everybody knows.
30 seconds. 30 seconds from Garrell.
All right. There was Garrell's 30 seconds. And Dee Runk's 30 seconds is on the clock. Dee Runk, you're on the clock. The floor is yours.
You know something, Chico? Desperation is a terrible cologne, and you don't wear it well. Now put your crappy comic book right through the paper shredder, right where it belongs, right where your career belongs, right where your whole collection belongs. This is over. It's a comeback win. 3 in a row. Hang it up.
All right. So there was the rebuttals for the 5th and final round of your Floating Heads matchup in the Slab Down tournament. 84, what are your thoughts on this final round, brother?
He must be very confident. He didn't even show the book in his rebuttal. Yeah, he's pretty confident. And
didn't want to show those backs off.
In a fire, and he spit some flames there. He was probably the most animated and fired up we've seen Dee Runk this whole matchup. And I think it's because everything's on the line here, brother. Pull out all the stops. Mr. Garrell, still coming off unfazed, channeling the Chico, like I said, giving Dee Runk a little taste of his own medicine with the validity of floating heads and whatnot. So that was interesting to see. The best match, the best round of the match. Great way to end this bout. Straight up and down.
Heartbreak Kid, what are your thoughts?
It's good. I just want to make sure that if you were not voting for the last book that the Razor had because he had a head with a neck, then you got to uphold those standards. We got Dee Runk's book with necks on it too. Like I don't just trying to keep it fair.
All right. Well, I will say this. That was an incredible 5th and final round. Luckily, I don't have a vote in this thing. That's up to you, the chat. When 84 is ready to go, he's going to let you guys know when the vote can begin. He will tally it up and let us know who will be going on to the 2nd round of the Slab Down tournament. But not to worry, guys. We're still in the 1st round. We still got quite a 4 or 5 more matches of the 1st round. So make sure you stay tuned for every Sunday night for the Sunday night Slab Down. I want to thank Dee Runk once again. I want to thank Mr. Garrell because these guys brought the flame tonight. They brought incredible books from their collection that were floating heads. And thank you guys for being participants in the Slab Down tournament. And I want to thank Jeffrey Comic-Con Henson for being here, the color analyst. Jeff, you got anything going on your channel this week, brother?
What's funny is I'm thinking about it now that this is tallied up. I'm coming out of character. So 2 days from now is actually like my year anniversary on YouTube. So I'm gonna be doing a video. I think I'm not sure if it's a live stream or a video. I even charged my video camera up today. So like I'm planning on doing something, maybe making a few videos here and there. But yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. Like a year is, that's not bad, right?
No, bro, that's awesome, man. Congrats on making a year. That is incredible. Let me know what you're doing, Jeff. I will be there for sure. So thank you for being here once again. It's awesome that you made a year, bro. That's awesome, man.
I know, right? Like, especially for some guy like me who just gets on here once in a while.
So hell yeah, man. Congrats. So, Mr. Garrell, we know you brought the heat tonight. You brought an incredible personality to the Slab Down tournament. Thank you, man. Is there anything you got going on, bro?
We still got there's a contest on my channel that's for DK Comics and cosplay, and they're giving away a free microphone that they gave, and all you have to do is just say if you could be any cosplay in the world and there's no money, no money wasn't an object, and just write it out. You don't have to make a video or anything, and then we pick a winner and you get a free microphone if you want to make YouTube videos.
Yeah, for sure.
That is what's up. Now, Big Papa Runk representing the black and white brand. What is going on the Dee Runk channel?
Right now my channel is a slave to the Postal Service, waiting for certain slabs to get here. So
that's so ridiculous behind you, Dee Runk. That doesn't make sense.
Huh?
Look at all that stuff behind you. It's so ridiculous.
Oh, my slabs?
Yes, I have the one that Jeffrey gave me. That's the one slab I own. That's the one I own.
Well, hey. No, to me, I don't know. I like my slab books.
Oh, that's awesome, dude. They look great.
No, yeah.
We all know Dee Runk's inspiration is TJ the Slab Dragon Watson.
Oh, he's catching them. That's amazing.
That's the title I really want. Is the Slab Dragon title? I know I'm playing like that. That's his title, but like I could be like the Slab Gecko.
That's awesome. But so you're waiting for your CGC box to come in, Dee Runk?
Yeah.
All right. Well, make sure you guys go sub up all these guys. I will make sure to add the links to all these channels below. With StreamYard, it's all different now, and I have to like go back and change all that stuff. But make sure you guys check out the description below. I'll make sure I have all the links to these guys' channels.
Get that aggressive, relaxing macho head cheater.
Oh, well, he's counting the final vote.
I got you, aggressive.
Just this guy, as we all know, Macho Head is a fair and an impartial judge, or as I like to think he is.
I had a whole different game plan in mind, and the wife was like, "Hey, the kids are going to be watching." And then I was like, "Well, I have to be calm."
I will tell you that when you told us that kids are watching right before we went on, it totally messed up my promo.
I totally forgot that you were Big Papa Pump. You should have just did whatever you wanted to do.
No, man, I got to respect that, man. But like everything Big Papa Runk says is ridiculously inappropriate for kids. So, Mr. Garrell's offspring, I salute you. Your dad's watching out for your best interests. And now he will have more time to father you, as he will no longer be in this tournament.
Still got shots fired coming from Big Papa Runk. Want to thank everyone for being in the chat. This show is incredible, man. Honestly, thank you. This tournament was just an idea that Kenny and I had, and now it just has blossomed into this incredible thing. And it's just so cool to see this and to see different community members, just channeling their inner wrestling personas, and this is just phenomenal. And I'll say this, Garrell, you caught me by surprise, but like he kept the camera off the entire time until we went live, guys, and that was the best part. So thank you, bro. This was incredible, and thanks you for everyone in the chat. Kenny, when you got that tally in, let us know, brother, because I know you're at work.
Travis asking what's taking so long for the Nacho Man to do the tallies, because he's got to fake it for his boy.
Hey, real quick, before the vote comes out, there's some people wondering about their comments getting deleted. It had a vote in there. Guys, keep it to voting the name that you're voting for. That is such an important rule. It is really hard for the moderators to decide in your paragraph who you voted for. I had a vote get deleted too, but that it was a long ass sentence. So, and it makes it hard to call.
It takes some time.
Yeah,
I can confirm Biggie Shack was on the trigger there, but I can confirm I was able to view all the deleted comments, and I can confirm none of them were votes that were deleted. They were all just riff-raff
JD's
commentary, which we do
JD's
warn.
was the vote.
yeah. Burke Nancy had a vote for me.
Where?
JD
Real
said,
early after-
I vote for Garrell because I don't consider that poison ivy a floating head or something. It was a long comment.
Garrell, I question. Oh, I see it. Garrell, I question floating heads on.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that was his vote. I don't think he's asking Garrell, but
I see. I see.
like you said, it makes it difficult when.
I see. Do your boy a favor.
For that
Just
one
drop
vote to make a
one
difference.
name.
Yeah.
So,
Make it
no,
as
I
easy
mean,
as possible.
We don't need explanations. We just need names.
There was
Jeffrey's
also
up here with glasses.
there was
let me make
also
sure I
a
got
Burke
it first.
Nasty vote right after you said vote now. That got deleted. Count that one.
Yeah,
please.
but he voted a couple
Oh,
comments
All right,
later,
then I retract.
so he's captured. Damn.
I guess this one was close.
Bear Island, I agree, Chico. What can we do?
Because even just like scrolling through the vote, it looks close. Just scrolling through the vote, it looks close. 84 is Italian.
Do we have testing, Chico?
I can see it. What is?
Everyone knows Scott Hall doesn't want to sip on that breathalyzer, okay? We don't need testing in the ring with Scott Hall in the ring.
Bro, I went through and counted twice.
Is it a tie?
I have 11 votes to 11 votes.
Oh my God.
Are you
We have-
serious?
Our first Slab down tie, which we don't really have a contingency for, do we, Natty?
No, we don't. We don't. So
Let me tell you something. I don't own a 6 floating head book.
I was gonna say, is it sudden death time?
I
Or
do.
is-
Oh, that's a cool book, actually.
There we go.
sudden death.
I don't know. We've never come across this before.
No,
Probably should have had something in the rule book.
we never,
Maybe.
and we didn't think
Wow.
this one through 84. Wow. So
Wow.
we have the first ever tie in the 5th and final round of the 3rd match of the Slab Down tournament. I'm not sure what we're gonna think of as the tiebreaker.
You know what? I say, just like in a wrestling match, when something ends up in a tie or disqualification or something like
And
that,
out, both wrestlers just got
We gotta have
counted
a
out.
rematch.
Yeah,
There's-
maybe.
I
What
would-
about like next show, one book head to head?
I'm with you on that, Jeff. I think we just do a sudden, not right now, but on the next episode, the match opens up with a one-on-one, one book on one book death match, and settle it.
All right.
If he
With
doesn't
that
have a
being
voting
said-
book handy now, I think it's not fair to him to.
No, I agree. It's not fair now, and I do think we should keep it for the next show. But let's let the chat decide if they're cool with that, because this show is about the people and about the chat vote. So, are you guys cool with sudden death, one book versus one book next week? We'll still keep it floating heads, fellas.
Yeah, probably so.
Yeah.
It's got to stay floating. I would say
All
it's
right.
only fair to keep
I'm
it
just
floating.
making sure we're getting the rules correct for all contestants and parties involved. Sudden death, one book versus one book. I guess you can say the pre-match between Mr. Garrell, Dee Runk, and then we'll have the main match, which, hey, who knows? It might even be the Heartbreak Kid versus Issues. We're not even sure
Hey,
yet. But
One of these
Kenny,
days,
did
it'll
you
happen.
count JD's vote?
Yeah, he counted it.
I did,
Okay.
yep. Oh,
Yeah,
dude, that was
JD's
when I
vote
added his-
did get counted. Okay,
Yeah, he
so
said-
Yeah, when I added JD's, I was like, oh shit, because that tied it.
Yeah, we're gonna have. That'll give us.
What difference does it make? Because one vote's not going to matter. I even said that.
Hey,
Yeah, you're like, I was like, well,
that'll give us a week to come up with a new rule for this in case we.
no, I like this rule. I like this impromptu
Okay.
rule. I think it works. I think the chat likes it. I think the tone is about it. Puff said he's in on it. Boat says I'm for it.
Dude,
Oh yeah, Unruly Simeon. I think we have ourselves a great sudden death matchup between Chico.
Yeah, because these guys just gave their heart and soul in the ring tonight, and I think they probably need a week to recover after a battle like this.
Hey, yo, we all know what happened. You got Crybaby 90. He needs the ratings of the bad guy. So he made sure that I'd come on at least one more time to put his show over the top. That's fine, Chico. Just ask the bad guy. I'm here.
Bad guy says this is the lowest viewed Slab Down night. So let's not start with that because we all know that YouTube is 90. All right. So next week we're gonna have Big Papa Runk versus Mr. Garrell.
What a match, man.
One book versus one book. 84. I went around the panel with what they got going on this week. What you got going on, brother?
Whoa. As far as what's going on, I'm gonna let you know that right when I close off on this, I'm jumping straight into White Whale Comics auction. I'm auctioning off a bunch of crazy books, including the Slab. Peter Laird, Casey Jones, is getting auctioned off.
Kenny, you have any floating head covers up for auction? That would be fantastic.
yeah, there might be some in there for you, girl. So that's what I got. It's actually started at 9, so I should really, once I say my sign off, I'm probably going to jump off just to handle that. But now that the match is over with, then we'll brainstorm what's, the particulars of this tiebreaker. But I think it's fair to just let it breathe for a minute and then address, figure it out. So we'll figure that part out. And I got to give props to Mr. G, dude, because he's, we've all run around like Dee Runk has done the Papa Runk gimmick, 90, myself, Jeffrey. And I was wondering to myself, like, I was even telling him when I invited him on the match, I'm like, yeah, come on, dude, don't sweat it. You don't have to do gimmicks, man. Like, don't feel like you have to do that. Just do whatever you want. And this dude comes on with one of the flyest gimmicks and performances that I've ever seen. So, oh, man, props to you, Mr. Garrell, dude. You thoroughly entertained me tonight with your with the gimmick, man. Well done. Dee Runk on fire like always. I love the Papa Runk gimmick. It's one of my favorites. The chainmail brother is, I don't think anyone else really has props like that. I mean, like props is in, something to wear. So he looks the role probably better than anybody. And Dee Runk always makes me laugh. Dude. He's got a funny sense of humor. So, and Fire Books, last but not least, both guys with Fire Books. Jeffrey, pleasure to stream with you. It's been a while. You're my boy, dude. Even though you DX and you,
I had to be in character tonight, though.
Yeah, and you came in, you were stomping Dee Runk the whole match, brother.
I was trying to keep you Shawn Michaels,
Hey, you know what? When we were on the hunt, I did the same thing to him. So when I knew that he was in the commentary, I knew I was uphill on that one. And Mr. Garrell, his gimmick definitely knocked me back a step. I was not ready for that. Like,
bro, he took the first 2 rounds. He just straight sweeps you, bro.
I didn't know what to say, man. Like he comes out like Razor Ramon, like that. That is the best gimmick I've seen.
Bro, and he came out with the black and red.
Coming out of the bathroom like this.
Yeah.
What the hell's going on?
Yeah, I know your wife saw you and she probably called the cops, like
Yo, with the black and red, that's so awesome.
Yeah,
So good.
You're sort of in Garrell, you're certified NWO, bro. You're Wolfpack official. If you want, just know you're welcomed in the NWO, my brother. Jeffrey, we don't play the party line. All right, I gotta jump. I love all you guys. 90, my boy.
Yeah, me too. Good job, guys. Everybody,
Hey,
great job. Great books.
I want to thank everyone for being part of the Slab Down tournament once again. Thank you guys. You guys are the greatest. We'll see you next Sunday. We'll get you that next matchup. But remember, we got the sudden death match between these two. First ever tie. Awesome stuff. Make sure you subbed up. I'll see you Monday night on the MCE show. I'll see you Wednesday night right back here for the 90MF Comics review, spec, and more show. And until next Sunday, Slab down. Peace.
Later, guys. I got to run.
Later.